The beta has come to an end. Hey there broskies, it's Lupus, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about saying our goodbyes to the beta. It has been 2 weeks that the beta has been up. We have all been able to play it a good amount, get our feel for it, and decide whether or not we are looking forward to the full game itself. And I wanted to go over today some of the things that I enjoyed about it, and some of the experiences that I had, some of the things that I didn't really enjoy about it that I would like to see fixed, and then I'm going to talk about the waiting game that is going to initiate as soon as the beta is over. So at the time that I'm recording this commentary, it is October 15th, the beta, this is the last day of the beta, and we aren't going to be able to play it anymore after today. And I was unable to get to the max rank. I got to level 9. I probably could have gotten to level 10 if I hadn't gone down to the beach with my family, but I just was unable to get there. I'm at rank 9. I'm very close, but overall I did enjoy it. The weapons were great. The gunplay, it felt like I was playing Battlefield 3, except that much funner. The gameplay was vivid, it was polished, and I really did like it. And they had that factor that made those epic moments that were originally introduced to us in Battlefield 3, such as the Riddizook, and just made stuff like that happen more often. You shoot down helicopters a lot easier with RPGs. There's all this stuff that can happen. Tank battles are much more intense. Infantry battles are much more intense. And the Obliteration game mode was extremely fun. Overall, I'm going to give a quick opinion on Obliteration, what I think of it, and how I think it's going to make a stand within the full game. That game mode is really fun. The center of the map is insanely... there's so much action going on, and then at the objectives, even if you don't have the bomb, there are people guarding it, and there's a lot of fights going on there. Even with the 24-man server that we have on Xbox, I felt like the gameplay was intense, and you'll see it in the background, and just overall, even with 24 players, the action was centralized in certain areas, which just made the gameplay overall really fun. While there were some issues where the bomb would sort of sink into the ground and nobody could pick it up, overall the gameplay was really well. I do feel like that has something to do with it being a beta version of the game and it's not the actual game, but whenever we get the full game, I feel like all the game modes are going to be more polished, the gameplay is going to be smoother, the graphics are going to be much better, and I really am excited to play the game in its fullness. One thing that I think is really interesting though is when the full game does come out on Xbox, there will be 12 gigabytes worth of stuff that you can download, such as the HD pack, as well as other stuff that will just enhance your gameplay on the Xbox 360. I'm not exactly sure if this is on PlayStation 3, but I definitely think this could possibly make the graphics just that much better, because I know Battlefield 3 had a huge difference with and without the HD pack on the Xbox 360. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about what I call the waiting game. Now we have 2 weeks left until the full game comes out, and then we have nearly a month until the next generation consoles come out. DICE has given us a really good and really enjoyable sample of Battlefield 4, but I feel like the next couple weeks are going to be torturous, because after playing Battlefield 4, I know going back to Battlefield 3 is going to be tough. Not because it's going to be hard to play the game, because the games perform and feel very similar. I just feel like graphically and gameplay-wise, it's just not going to have that wow and that amazing action feel that Battlefield 4 has been able to bring to the table. And while I do feel like that's probably the game I'm going to end up playing, probably going to play some GTA 5 or something, I do feel like the next 2 weeks are going to be torture waiting for that game that I've been wanting to play for a long time to come out. And then for another month, I'm going to have to wait until I get my next gen console. And if any of you guys are on that same boat, you guys know what I mean, because although we are going to get Battlefield 4 and we're going to get a nice version of it, a polished full game, and with all these extra downloadable HD packs and stuff like that to make the game look better, it's not going to be a next-gen PC-looking game that we've been seeing so much gameplay of. And I think it's going to be fun, but I really just can't wait to get my hands on the next-gen consoles, and I know you guys probably feel the same, because the next-gen consoles are just going to be that much better graphically. And just waiting is going to be an issue, and the waiting game has now commenced. And finding ways to entertain ourselves and satisfy ourselves to hold us over for the game is going to be a tough one, but I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. It seems like DICE at E3, Gamescom, and now during the beta, they've shown us so much stuff that is just getting us more and more hyped for the full game to come out. And I don't know about you guys, but I am extremely excited for the real game, and the beta was a breath of fresh air. Finally something I enjoy playing, that I feel like I can play for the next 2 years and not get bored of, a lot like how Battlefield 3 performed, and I'm just really excited to play the game. But if you guys have any opinions on certain issues or things that happened in the game that you enjoyed, or things that you think about the waiting that is now about to commence, then leave it in the comment section down below. But if you guys did like this video, be sure to smack that like button, and if you'd like more great content, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.